This is a demo for Noguchi Prismatic table, and you can see I've already brought in a picture in front elevation or front view of just what this thing looks like. So let's just kind of get an idea of which strategy we want to take. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a basically it's a six-sided box that's been kind of chopped up in a very unique way, at least to how I look at it. So I'm going to go to the top view here. Before then, let's just figure out if this is, I don't know, 18 inches. Maybe the table is like a 14-inch circle of some sort. So before we do the extrusion, I think I'm just going to draw a two-dimensional polygon, right? So we're going to go to here, I believe. Nope. Where is it? There. So we're going to go and say we're going to draw a polygon from center, and we're going to give it a radius. Number of sides, click on that and say I want 6, enter. Center should be 0, and then I'm going to hold down the shift button, and let's see, that's about 19 inches or so. I'll just take that. Now if I had dimensions and I had guidelines, you can snap to it, but for now I think this is what we're going to do. And come here. So when you look at this, there's a point, and then it's kind of divided up into 3 separate triangles. So let's just figure out where do we want those triangles, for instance. Okay. You know, I'm not going to use these lines, but these lines will be just here for references. Where's that intersection? And then 0. Oops, dang it, I hate when I do that. Enter, enter. And then this one is going to go here. So I have, come on. Nope, I didn't do it. Let me get rid of this. So here's my 3 triangular pieces. So I think I have the basics kind of laid out. And I believe that's what we have. Okay. I'm just going to simply extrude this guy up. Extrude curve 18 inches. Oh, I didn't make it a solid, but no big deal. I'm going to cap. So I have that, and I'm going to now subdivide it using those lines. If I go to my wireframe. So I have a solid cap here, right? And then I'm going to now subdivide it into little chunks. Let me see. Do I want to do that now? Yeah, let's do it now. So I'm going to go to this tool here. Instead of, I'm going to go split, which is left click on this. And then we're going to select that, the surface, enter, and then I'm going to split it with these guys. And this guy, I think. I don't know if I got it, but we'll see. It failed. Okay. Let me try it this way. Ooh. That 18 inches is way too short. I think that I made that circle way too wide, but it's okay. We can adjust all of that. Let's try it again. Split. Okay, so I split it. I split that surface into that surface. So I believe I have a line there. There we go. So I'm going to go to split again and click on that guy, the surface, and then my cutting object is that guy. There it is. So now I have 3 individual poly surfaces. At least I should. Yeah, I have this guy, that guy, and that guy. Alright, so I do not need that anymore. And if you look at this, this is actually a square top, and this is way too big at the moment. So I'm going to select all 3, hold down Shift, and kind of scale it down. And go to my front view, kind of select all the surfaces. Let me see. Actually, I'll just do it this way. I'll just scale it. Oops. So that gives me a top, right? And let's not get lazy. Let's just give some reference lines here. 0, and offset 18. All right. So it seems like the top is about the size we needed. All right. So let's go. So now I have these things, and now how do I add these kind of triangular tapered legs? So let's just kind of isolate just this guy here. Hey guys, I have to splice in this new video. I realized that my screen wasn't recording when I was modeling this part of the prismatic stool. So to get the edges per on the video that you start to see is Control Shift these 2 guys here, and then with this little ball, you have to hold down to this little ball. You're gonna stretch down some new faces, right? So you're gonna stretch it down to the length that you need, and then of course it's gonna get cut, right? Because it's kind of like a triangulated leg. So we need to cut that. So you're just going to simply draw a line. Make sure that you have your snap points on so that you're snapping to the surface, because this is not exactly in the X and the Y coordinate. It's kind of off at an angle. So at this point it's really important that you guys snap to these edges. So I'm going to go to my line tool, snap there, and then I'm going to go to my nearest. There it is. Then I can trim using this new line to trim off that guy. So then now I have this leg, right? So that's how you guys should do them. Actually, I see a couple of things. Oh, I must have already cut them. But in your case, you might have a full, yeah. So I don't know why that segment on the bottom that got cut, but in your case, I'm just trying to replicate what you guys might be having to go through. You're gonna see, you know, one full surface like this. It's gonna go from edge to edge. Michael, let's just do it from scratch. That way you guys aren't confused. So what you guys should have had is something like, oops, something like that, right? And then you guys are going to stretch out a new leg like this. And then what we want to do is we want to cut that leg over here. You can do a couple of things. First of all, you need to offset this line in. And the best way to offset that line in, because this is not on the XYZ coordinates, is to come here and say, I want to split by using isocurve, which is a right click. And then you can pick the surface, enter, and then you can create a curve anywhere on that surface, which is perfect. And just so that you know, direction V is one way, direction U, direction U would be the opposite way, okay? So if your split by isocurve is coming up horizontal, you just have to change the direction to V. And you want to kind of offset it somewhere nearby. Obviously, I'm going to draw this thing over again. enter to take that. Let me get rid of that. So now I have two separate surfaces that I can actually now delete. And then I'm going to do my line tool here. Yeah, this was a pretty important part of the demo, and I don't know why it didn't get recorded, but hopefully it'll, when I splice them all in, hopefully it'll make sense. There you go. So now you guys can just mirror this if you want. You know, obviously I think you should mirror it, that way you don't have to remember what offset you used there. And the mirroring command should be pretty easy if you go to the top view. Here's my surface. I'm going to mirror it along this line, right? So that's important. Oops. Come here, type mirror. Oop. Mirror. Click from here to there. And there you have it. Okay. And then I'm going to leave you back to the original video. Man, guys, this is becoming a long demo because I just kind of started off in the wrong direction. So let me see if I can regroup here. I'm going to actually make this a solid for now because I think it'll be easier for me to just run a shell command to keep everything flat. So let me take, I'm going to explode that. Take this guy, and that guy. Join them, and then actually I'm gonna need to take this guy. Oh, actually, you know what? I take it back. Let me explode it. Get rid of these two guys. Oh, the joys of a live demo. And I'm gonna just create a new extrusion. So I created a solid, just like that, right? And then let me, yeah. Man, I am having a brain fart, sorry guys. So I can show this face. Oh. Oh, the thickness was too thick, so it should be like 0.1. So now I have a thickness there, which is really nice. Let me see. I am going to actually make this a solid, another, you know, these two, just so that I can use a shell command. So I'm going to join them. And hopefully you guys are still with me on this video. It's actually taking a lot longer than I thought, and it's just because I took a slightly different wrong approach, frankly. Alright, so I am obviously struggling a little bit on this demo. My brain is not where it needs to be today, but it's not surface plane from 3 points because that's going to give you a rectangular surface. What I wanted to do is come to this tool here and just create a surface from 3 or 4 points, right? So I have point 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. It's just kind of like connect the dots. I'm going to push enter, and then I get a plane. And then I also need to create another plane here, but this time I have 1, 2, 3, 4 points, so which is fine. It's the same command. Go from here to there, to there, to there. So now I have this kind of a triangulated thingamajigger. So let me come in here and select all the planes. So I have it all selected, and I'm gonna go ahead and combine them. So now they act as 1 point, so which means that I can actually close that up by capping. So there it is. And then now I can come back in with the shell command. I know it took a long roundabout ways, so I can remove that, and actually I'm gonna remove that right here. And then now I have a thickness of the shell. Oops, actually I should have deleted that, but I'm gonna just leave it now. I think you guys know by now. I should have deleted it. You know what? Let me do it. Oy. Oops. I'm gonna isolate so that I can just kind of see only what I need to see. Shell, I should select that, that, and that. All three. There you go. So now I have a nice little thickness plastic piece there. Then show all. There you go. Now I just need to kind of join them together. Oh boy, to the finish line. I think I'm going to go in 3D and move it in 3D. Type move to the move command so that I can, oops, connect, go dot to dot. And then I can do a Boolean because they're both solids. There you go. All right, so then I got one piece that's all completed. Let's go now to the top view here. And then we're gonna array this thing. Array polar. Center's gonna be 0. Number of items 3. And it's gonna fill 360. There it is. Wow, we finally made it, guys. There we go. The prism stool by Noguchi. And then, you know, once we start to put materials, it should look pretty decent. Okay, thanks for hanging on with me. This demo was a lot longer than I anticipated, but I think through, you know, watching me make some mistakes and kind of recovering, hopefully that was helpful to you guys. And we'll see you in the next video.